I would say the ads that I love doing the most are the ones that I actually use.
Yeah.
The stuff that I use every single day. It's hard to sell dog food when you don't have a dog.
Yeah.
It's
Maybe it's time to get a dog.
There you go. Yeah, I need to get a dog.
Taylor Swift just pulled a move that's equal parts adorable and iconic, basically peak Swift behavior. While everyone's been glued to their screens watching her gallivant around with Travis Kelce, the pop princess decided to shift the spotlight onto someone way more OG in her life, her dad, Scott Swift. And honestly, the guy deserves it. Father's Day rolled around, and instead of a basic Instagram shout-out or another emotional ballad, Taylor's team dropped a whole surprise playlist dedicated to dads, complete with a video of Papa Swift riding a Segway like he's auditioning for Paul Blart Dad Edition. Yep, while most people gift ties or socks, Taylor Nation dropped a 14-track curated playlist, which, let's be real, is probably better than anything your average Spotify AI DJ could spit out. The fans, they ate it up. The comment section turned into a Father's Day brunch buffet of love for Scott. And don't think this is just some cute little promo gimmick. Taylor's always been a daddy's girl in the most wholesome way. Flashback to last year, she was on stage at Arisshore Stadium during the Eras Tour, and mid-performance she broke out into full daughter mode. She gave this emotional tribute, basically saying her dad hadn't missed a single show and always had her back, like full heart squeeze moment. She even brought out Aaron Dessner to play Seven for the first time live, which was a love letter to childhood nostalgia. And just to sprinkle some Taylor brand depth, she didn't just make it about her own dad. She acknowledged that not everyone's got that picture-perfect father figure, but still encouraged fans to find someone worth celebrating. Classic Swift, always dropping the feels even in a Segway riding playlist sharing moment. The woman's got range. And speaking of emotional roller coasters, get this. The day after her Father's Day tribute hit the internet like a warm hug, Taylor casually turned up at Joe DiMaggio Children's Hospital in Florida like she was delivering joy via Amazon Prime, except better, because this package came with hugs, selfies, and enough sparkle to light up the pediatric ward. Yup, Florida got a front row seat to Taylor's heart-on sleeve tour, and let's just say this wasn't your typical, hey, I'm famous, here's a smile drop-in. Home girl stayed 4 hours. That's longer than most people commit to a dinner date. She went full fairy godmother, room to room, hugs on demand, signing everything from t-shirts to possibly a Dora lunchbox, and FaceTiming folks who couldn't make it. Imagine being mid-IV drip and suddenly Taylor Swift is like, hey bestie, how's your day? Kids were stunned. Parents were weeping. Nurses had that is this really happening dazed look. And in the middle of all this, Tay dropped a tiny but sweet bomb when one kid asked why she was even in Florida. Her answer? Just casually mentioning that her boyfriend was training there, so she figured she'd stop by. Like this is a Nicholas Sparks movie now. Insiders say the staff were floored, with one of the top docs calling her one of the kindest humans alive, which honestly we already suspected, but nice to have it confirmed by someone with a stethoscope. And while she didn't go into Kelce overload, that little nod was enough to send fans spiraling. Because it's not just that she showed up, it's that she's making real human connections, not headline stunts. And speaking of headline stunts, let's talk about whatever sorcery is going on with Travis's height lately, because people are convinced the man's either sprouted an extra foot or just unlocked some kind of Madden cheat code. One viral photo from their courtside hangout at the Stanley Cup Final had fans spiraling into full detective mode. Taylor, who's already taller than your average pop star at 5'10" and was apparently rocking skyscraper heels, still looked like she was dating Mount Everest in a jersey. Enter Pat McAfee, who couldn't resist jumping on the conspiracy train. On his show, he straight up joked that Kelce hit a post-30 growth spurt and is now pushing 10 feet tall. Not even metaphorically. He sounded like the man might need clearance from air traffic control. He went off about how Taylor's heels weren't doing much to shrink the difference and claimed Kelce's head was brushing the ceiling like he was trying out for a SpaceX launch. And honestly, fans are here for it. One said what we were all thinking. How is Taylor wearing those platform monsters and still looking like someone's proud prom date next to this real-life skyscraper? Others blamed the Swift effect, claiming being around her just makes you stand taller, literally and emotionally. Because apparently loving Taylor Swift turns you into a gentle giant with a highlight reel and a heart of gold.
Travis Kelce having an offseason down there in Florida with Taylor Swift and coming back better than ever. I think they continue to inspire each other. Chiefs will see a slimmer Travis Kelce at minicamp next week, and we all know he's also taller.
Yeah.
Because we saw him walking with Taylor at the Florida Panthers Edmonton Oilers game. I think they continue to motivate each other. I think they continue to be great for each other.
Now, whether this is some NFL growth hormone fantasy, a camera angle scam, or just the simple math of love and good posture, we may never know. But insiders are laughing along, saying Travis hasn't actually grown, he's just standing taller these days, and yeah, maybe it's because he's living his best life. Or maybe it's because when you're dating a global superstar, you gotta be this tall to ride the emotional roller coaster. Speaking of the game though, one thing no one was emotionally prepared for was the sudden pants plot twist that turned the Stanley Cup final into an unintentional fashion fiasco. Yes, Travis's shorts decided to go rogue, and the internet noticed. Swifties noticed, and boy did they have thoughts. So there they are, courtside, looking like the prom king and queen of Planet Extra. Taylor all sleek in her gray dress with a braided pony that probably took NASA-level precision, and Travis, well, Travis was busy starring in his own personal episode of When Shorts Attack. Dude rolled up in a red jacket and matching red shorts that apparently forgot their one job, containment. His legs were doing a little too much, giving fans more thigh than a Thanksgiving turkey platter. The Swifties naturally went feral in the comments. One even brought out the big guns with a classic Friends reference, threatening to call in Gunther to restore order. Because let's be real, when people start questioning whether your fave tight end is going commando at a family-friendly hockey game, it's DEFCON 1 in fandom land. And the memes? Ruthless. One person joked that Travis was just showing off his knockers, which, context aside, might be the wildest compliment the man's ever gotten. Meanwhile, Taylor, unfazed and radiant as ever, looked like she just stepped out of a style editorial, making it hard to decide whether to stare at her flawless lipstick or scream at Travis to sit like a normal human. But maybe that's the balance they've struck. Taylor brings elegance, Travis brings chaos, and together they create viral gold. As engagement rumors swirl in the background like glitter in a snow globe, fans are analyzing body language, wardrobe choices, and even inner thigh exposure like they're prepping for a relationship TED Talk. Meanwhile, across the Atlantic and straight into reality TV chaos, Donna Kelce's proving the family gene for headline domination is strong. Yup, Mama Kelce is packing her bags and her suspiciously sharp social instincts for The Traitors Season 4, aka the most dramatic round of adult mafia you've ever seen. Forget knitting or bingo, this NFL mom's new hobby is psychological warfare in a Scottish castle. The tea spilled faster than a glass of Chardonnay during Housewives Night, and let's be real, the moment her boys teased it on their podcast with that no reason whatsoever smirk, we all knew something was brewing. Jason tried to play innocent, but Travis basically screamed it between the lines. And of course, Donna didn't just walk into this gig, she strutted in like she's already plotted 3 eliminations before breakfast. The cast lineup this season looks like someone shook up Bravo, CBS, and a glitter cannon. We've got Real Housewives, Survivor champs, figure skaters, and even Colton from The Bachelor, which means it's going to be one giant chaotic brunch, but with daggers and paranoia. Donna stepping into a psychological thunderdome with reality TV veterans and some high-stakes bluffing. But if anyone can smile sweetly while mentally crossing names off a hit list, it's a football mom who's raised 2 grown men to body slam people for a living. Insiders say Travis is living for it. He's a super fan of the show and probably already taking notes for a future-themed birthday party. Jason, on the other hand, is having PTSD flashbacks to that one time he tried playing traitors on Mount Kilimanjaro and got voted out faster than a flat soda. Safe to say he's staying on the sidelines for this one. But Donna, she's got her game face on, probably already baking betrayal cookies for the other contestants while secretly plotting a reality TV coup. If you're not rooting for her by episode 2, you're clearly the traitor here. That's all for this video, folks. We'll see you next time.